Howdy, howdy. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll switch over to the gaming tab so we can begin. Greetings, everyone. I'm a spooky blue and black variation of myself today because we're going to be playing Faith. I'm going to fiddle with this a little bit more and get it a little bit closer to where I wanted to for the next stream, but yeah, we'll start out with this. Today we're going to be playing probably the scariest game that I've played on my channel, which is going to be Faith Chapter 1. We have got, or rather I have got some experience with playing this game in the past, not with playing it, but watching it. So it's not blind like I'm usually going into most of my games. But I've only played Chapter 1, and I haven't watched much of any of the others. So it'll get pretty fresh, even if it's not fresh right now. Let's see, the other thing is we have got to set up a few things that I forgot to before the stream started. So give me just 1 second and we'll get to it. I should do my introduction. I'm AIM, former Demon Duke. I take the edge off, which feels a little bit ironic when I'm about to dive into Faith. But I normally take the edge off by streaming on the weeknights and the weekends as well. So, let's go ahead and get to it. I've got everything set up. We will start up the game display capture. And double click this. And there you go. There we are. Now it's showing. Alrighty. Yeah, the original Chapter 1 of Faith is plenty spooky on its own, but now it's got 2 chapters out and a 3rd coming by the end of this month, and I hope to play them all this month, since it is, after all, spooky.
September 21st, 1987. It's been 1 year since I first went inside that house. I have to finish what I started. What I am about to do has not been approved by the Vatican.
It's funny because that starting music, when he's in the car, is actually kind of campy compared to the rest of it, isn't it? It kind of gives you the idea that you're in for an action game when the reality couldn't be different. Also, hey Major Leadership, good to see you. And hey Heat, I don't think I said hi. But man, this game just, it oozes atmosphere despite the very low pixel style. You see we've got Latin instructions here, I believe that's Latin, that become English as you go over them. And we have Near the Cross playing in the background, somewhat ominously. Right, so we've got extras, instruction, and yeah, let's check out the instruction real quick. To move, use WASD. It says, I will walk before the Lord in the land of the living. We haven't talked about the content warnings for this one. I know there's going to be some blood. Beyond that, there's also some like religious themes and stuff. So if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, just be wary as we continue into this. Alrighty. I do have a controller, but I'm just going to play this on keyboard. Face the demons and cast them out with the space key or A button. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. That's James 4:7. It's that easy. See, we're doing a little role reversal today, where normally I would be the demon, but it's going to be the other way around this time. Hopefully no weird sister stuff, but, you know, I don't make any promises. Let's see. Back. New game. Continue. New game. I don't believe I have any saved it. Here's the classic Faith theme. You move around pretty slowly in Faith. That's okay. This opening reminds me a bit of Silent Hill 2. I'm the kind of guy who has not played... I've watched my brother play most horror games. I don't play them very often. Ah! Jeez Louise. Very lucky not to have been splatted by that truck just now. This is the kind of game where you can go point A to point B, or you can just spin forever walking around if you want to. There's some rewards for exploring, but you can also just waste a lot of time. As you can see, that screen begins to loop after a point. Yeah, I almost got hit by a truck, which would be a great start to our scary evening, wouldn't it? Instant mortality. Let's see, I can press space to flash my cross, as one does. I should make a little hand that holds a cross for while I'm playing this, this series. Let's see. If you get hit, you can always become a pop idol. Let's see, the only thing they respect. Let's see it. Okay, it appears that actually, I'm a little confused as to how the re-looping here is working, but we'll forget about it for now. Can I simply hop in my car and leave? I cannot. I've got a mission. We'll learn the nature of that mission as the stream continues. Okay, I'm fine. I forgot that I had my cross for a second there, and I was like, how am I supposed to run from this guy? I'm so slow. Exercising. I hope our friend is okay. Yes, here they are. How lovely. Got a nice dark forest to wander through. It's very, very same feature. I feel like I will become lost. I'm sure it's re-looping in some fashion. Let's get this guy off. I feel like we want to try to be kind of near the center of the screen when that guy appears, so that he doesn't sneak up on us. What does that mean? Well, we'll get a little more context as we continue, but not that much more context. It maintains an air of mystery. If it didn't loop, then it's not a very good Atari homage, true. They know their roots, I suppose. A lot of deer in this forest. Get out of here. I keep feeling as though my cross has some sort of like charge that has to build up, but that's not really the case. So in some places you'll find things you can exercise, and when you do, you can find these little nips. The guy behind this is insanely talented. His rotoscoping is something else. That's true, that's true. Pretty entertaining Twitter account in general. Besides, you know, his great work. I caught some people walking through the woods around the house last week. Not kids, just regular adults. They told me they got lost while hiking. I pointed them back towards the road. The whole thing just didn't feel right. I think I should go dig up Bob's rifle out of storage. But you know what? I think I should go dig out Bob's rifle out of storage. I just made it. Let's see, we got deer. What else? Hey, I gotta think about it. Did I try my cross over here? You would think if I was going to exercise anything, it would be this, but I guess not. Spooky music. You suffer. Get out of here. Let's exercise in the well as one does. You're invited. Come celebrate Nate and Jason's 6th birthday. Saturday, May 3rd, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Directions: turn right at 1338 Snake Meadow Hill Road and go straight past the well. Why, that's close to where we are. We're at the well right now. Does that mean it's time for a birthday party? I could go for a little festivity. Right, I think we've just about finished exploring all of this stuff. Let's go on. Here we have a spooky old house. The Martins' house lies about 100 yards off of Snake Meadow Hill Road. There is almost no driveway. Trees just out in the middle of a gravel path that is mostly covered in grass. It was difficult to find the house, especially since it was already dark when we arrived. Father Allred seemed to know where he was going. He simply drove straight ahead until he arrived at the house. In the headlights, I saw an old shed off to the right of the path. Father Allred explained that he would rather perform the exorcism away from the house, but the Martins had insisted that Amy remain inside. He complained that having the family present makes it difficult to proceed with elements of the rite that may seem harsh to the layperson. Walter Whitevoice, why are you blue? I'm blue because our little faith guy is blue. I have to be suitably blue. You understand? I was actually going to make a whole, priest outfit and everything for this, but I ran out of time. Maybe next stream, I'm going to stream the other 2 chapters as well. Let's see what we get. Get out of here. Not you folks, I'm talking to that demon, of course. You'd think we would have a little demon solidarity, but no such thing. Alright, looks like we've mostly just got more forest. That's okay. Hey, here's a bunch of bones. Holy God. Bob, the kids and I miss you more every day. The twins and Amy have started their next school year here at home. Amy keeps asking when she's going to be allowed to go to real school. I think she's getting cabin fever. The twins are having no problems occupying their time. Yesterday, they came in with their hands covered in blood. I guess they found a dead deer and thought it would be a good idea to touch it. I think we might have a coyote problem because when I went out with them to look at the dead deer, it was a pretty gruesome sight. All this just a day after the twins' birthday party. Can't wait till you come home. Birthday party is supposed to be a time for celebration, but it sounds like nobody was doing much celebrating. The deer acts as a nice lure for these guys. Get out of here. Alright, let's see. So anyways, the Mario movie trailer came out today, and it's been a bit of a buzz despite not having a whole lot of content to it. I don't know, personally I was fairly innocent. It was kind of just what you'd expect. I like that no sound you just made. That was fun. Mr. Martin, it has taken longer than expected registering the markers on your property as a historical cemetery. Our office has had difficulty identifying who was buried there. The inscriptions on the gravestones are written in a language that we cannot identify. I've sent the gravestone rubbings to some of my peers at the University of Connecticut. I will reach out to you when I get a response from them. All the best, Daryl Henderson, State of Connecticut Historical Society. I am with the large portion of the internet that thinks that 3D Bowser came out pretty well. And Jack Black is doing a pretty good job there. Honestly, I think that the 3D animation so far is probably the most impressive thing about it. The Koopas look quite nice. Alright, let's keep looking around. Anything else I need to find? That guy was too slow. A day late and $1 short. Let's see, you don't have much of an opinion other than it's kind of annoying how everything isn't aware Jack Black is an amazing VA and actor and has an amazing impressive record. Jack Black, I will say one thing about him is his star feels like somehow it's on the rise, despite the fact that he's getting older. He's still acting pretty much the same types of roles he always has been, but people are just growing more and more fond of him, which is kind of opposite of Chris Pratt, who I think people really liked him when he was in Parks and Recreation, and then after that, at first when everyone was okay with Marvel, they were okay with him in Guardians of the Galaxy, but over time he kind of became like the face of what people don't like about Marvel. Today, I noticed Amy's favorite tree looks like it's dying. All the needles are falling off it, and the bark is peeling. I guess I'm more upset about it than Amy is. She is totally absorbed in her volunteer work at the clinic. I guess it's good that she found something she's passionate about, but I've gotten ugly looks from some of the women of the book club. Kathy and her religious friends won't even talk to me anymore. I wonder if they're talking about a clinic like an abortion clinic. That could explain why the religious friends weren't happy about it. Just a thought. We'll probably learn as we keep going. I can't remember the story of this very much. I remember some details of Chapter 1 because I watched my brother play it, but I don't remember the story very well. Jack has always soared under the radar in fame other than music, but as a person and actor is beloved by many. And Chris Pratt? Oh boy. Let's see. There's some other famous names in there too. Of course, you've got Charlie Day. We only just got a brief glimpse of what he's going to be like. Oh shit, it actually called the deer this time. That's nice. My friend is dead. Father Garcia, you are hereby instructed to release Michael Davies, maybe Michelle Davies, from your care and return him, nope, Michael, to his home immediately. Mr. and Mrs. Davies have already been contacted by our office. A representative of the church is currently en route to their home to discuss compensation in return for their discretion. You will meet our representative there and accompany him back to Rome. Cardinal Gifford. Sounds like it really isn't approved by the Vatican. Even less so than we thought. Anyways, rest in peace, dear friend. I feel like I've been wandering these woods for hours now, but in reality it's only been a max of 23 minutes. Let's see. Chaos reigns.
Chaos reigns.
As we know. The opposite of approved, prohibited. Exactly. Let's see, where was that mansion light? Are we there yet? No.
Chaos reigns.
I see. Sounds like I need to exercise my 80 million. I've been thinking that for a while now. He's got a sort of a demonic presence to him, doesn't he? There's no save in this game, so if you get jumped by one of those guys, you're kind of just out of luck. But on the other hand, oh hey, there actually was a save just now. Maybe I was wrong about there being no save. Maybe that was just for the demo. Okay. That's good news. There was a little save emblem just now. Alright, so we got a key of some kind, but I don't think I've actually seen the house yet. must have missed it somewhere. Where's that silly house? Of course, the game, if you're not taking like a whole bunch of diversions, is actually quite fast. I think like the average playtime to complete it, just one run through, is like 40 minutes. Let's see, oh, one-shot in, not to be confused with the game one-shot, which ironically has an official release that allows multiple shots. I see. A game with one bullet, you might say. Alright, where is that silly house? I didn't mean to be quite as lost in the forest as I currently am. I wonder what my best path to reorient myself here is. Well, that seems like just a straight route. What's going on here? I'm kinda lost. This looks like the same place again. Alright, come on. Are we there yet? No. We must wait. You're hungry? Well, I suggest you get down on all fours and chase down that deer. That's what most people do when they're in this situation. You have to go to the bathroom? Well, I think that there are more vile things you could do in this neck of the woods than urinate on a tree, so you're just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Jeez Louise, I'm lost. Where in the world? Where in the world am I supposed to be going? Alright, come on. I was trying to like go to the up left until I found something, but it's not really happening. Okay, I should probably abandon my plan of just going to the up left because it does not seem to be working. What's going on here, Aerodorf? What are you doing? Where'd you put that kooky house? Alright, here's the tree. I remember the tree we found after going pretty far up. So we should be pretty deep into the woods at this point. I guess eventually we'll probably loop back around to the tree if we keep going this way. If I haven't 100% confirmed that. Seems like our monster friend has decided to go home. He's getting tired of watching me just stumble through the woods. Jeez Louise. This is taking some time. Calm down. The monster is also lost? I would believe it. I think anyone can get lost in a place like this. What am I doing now? Let's just keep going up, maybe. Maybe we won't go right or left at all, just up. Or is this area maybe re-looping as well? No, here's the gravestones. Okay. Let's try keeping on going up and see what happens. The tree again. The road? What? I'm confused. Alright, so we're all the way back to the car somehow. Alright, let's just try going up from the car. We presumably parked at some point where you could walk straight to the mansion. Or the house. I keep saying mansion, I don't think it's a very large house. Although it does have several stories. I guess if a house has several stories now, is it considered large? Not necessarily. Boy, I haven't seen hide nor hair of anything in quite some time. Man, I don't remember seeing my brother get this lost when he was going through this game. Alright, I finally found the house. If it's more than two, maybe. Let's see. Alright, here's the big spooky house we were looking for. Now that we found it, I suggest we go right back to our car. We don't need to go in the house, come on. You know what? I just happened to pick up a key before I came. Okay, let's head to the house. Oh hey, Booty. Thank you, thank you. There's one problem with my hydrating right now, which is that it may really lead to me dehydrating. Because, to hydrate, I have to take my left hand off of the space key, and if I do that, I may be attacked by a monster. Thank you for the stretch break. I'm just going to kind of do a mini stretch. I can't do a full-on stretch because if I do, I might be killed by a monster. You say it's a little hard to hear. Okay, I'll turn down the audio just a little bit. You're gonna see a flicker for a second while my thing tries to figure out what to do with it. Okay, I'm gonna turn it down to -7. Let's do -8 decibels. If that's too quiet, let me know and I will adjust again. Or if it's not enough, we can adjust it further. Alright, let us tackle this spooky house. Let's see. We got a little change in BGM. Oh, it was probably good, but this music is even louder. Oh, you know what? I can actually pause this game. I did not realize that. You can even look at what's in your inventory. We've got 1 crux and 1 clavis. I'm sure I'm butchering that Latin pronunciation. Okay, I'm going to turn down the audio even more. We're going to go down to... Let's go down to -13 decibels. And see how that does. Alright, we have turned it down quite a bit, and if you're wondering, no, there's no music right now. The music seems to have run out. But we'll see when we actually find some other piece of sound, some audio. Look, a happy family. Except that one of them is purple. Mr. and Mrs. Martin greeted us at the front porch. Mr. Martin led us downstairs to the basement, explaining that Amy was down there in restraints. I felt for him. There was guilt and shame in his voice. Amy was in the very back of the attic in a chair, perfectly calm, staring at us. It is hard to describe the look on her face. It was not the kind of look a child gives you. Let's see, the music requires a new battery, and the warranty on the music has expired? Jeez Louise. I guess when you pay just enough for a game, it doesn't always come with the full soundtrack, does it? Unfortunately. I can't remember if monsters attack you inside this house or not, but I get the feeling that they probably will. I can't imagine we're just safe while we're inside the house. It sort of looks like I've got like a weird shadow hanging around me. Am I seeing that correctly? Myself in the mirror does not look quite like I wanted it to. What is that? Not what you like to see. Alright. Sure is quiet in here. That's right, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. This plant is very green compared to the rest of the house. Let's see. Let's exercise this lamp real quick before we continue. Exercise this thing. A nice child's drawing by Nate. Here we have red-robed cultist guy and some giant shadowy black Slenderman figure. But the good news is it's a sunshiny day with pleasant green grass. A lovely drawing for sure. Alright. I think over to our right there is a staircase that would lead us into the basement. This door appears to be locked. I think you can go back to the front of the house this way. Alright. What's down here? That's where I want to go, into a creepy old basement. Some spider webs. A little mannequin. Man, if you ever, I don't know who has an occasion to own mannequins. Horror games would have you believe it's quite a few people. But, don't just leave them, like, standing up in a place where they look like a person. You're doing a disservice to humanity when you do that. And yet it seems to be done all the time if video games are to be believed. Here's a washing machine. You know, washing machine in a horror game makes me think of that one particular scene from Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines. A pretty good game. Not really a horror game, but it's got one scary part that any person who's played it will remember. Dear Amy, thanks for writing. It really brightened my day hearing from you. In your letter, you asked what's the weirdest thing I've seen as a missionary. The area we are working in has a lot of folks who practice Kimbaba. It's what you might call a pagan religion. It's kind of a mix of Catholic and African religions. One of the saints they worship is San La Muerte, or Saint Death. Yesterday, we talked to a boy, about 15. When we asked him if he had ever prayed, he said, "No, but I have prayed to San La Muerte." He told us about Muerte, I think. He told us about a time when we stayed over at his cousin's house and, according to him, they prayed to some figures of San La Muerte, and the figures made things in the house move around. He got real quiet and scared looking after that. We told him he could pray to God, and that God wouldn't make him feel scared like that. We invited him to church, but he hasn't come yet. I need to wrap this letter up and get back to work. See you in 4 months, Leighton. Yeah, the San La Muerte is a bit of an ominous name for a figure you'd pray to, isn't it? It's got Muerte right there in the name. Alright, see here we have a prime example of what I'm talking about. They not only have mannequins, but they've covered them all in white bed sheets like spooky ghosts. Let's see. I was thinking about that post I saw on Twitter recently that was this picture of a bedsheet ghost and had like this guy acting like he was absolutely terrified of it. Amy's parents could not endure witnessing the proceedings of the ride for long. Mrs. Martin was hysterical, and the thing that was inside Amy was feeding off of the fear. Father Allred asked me to take the Martins upstairs. I was physically worn out, but managed to get them back up the stairs into the kitchen. Amy was screaming, "Mother, Mother," the whole time. Finally, I got them to sit down with me at the kitchen table. After a few minutes, we couldn't hear much of anything down in the basement, so I went down to check on things. I found Father Allred laying on his back, unconscious, with his arms spread out wide. Amy was not in the chair. Don't like that. What if that happens to me? What if I'm knocked unconscious? Wouldn't that be terrible? Yeah. Speaking of things I don't like, here, have this incredibly scary rotoscoped ghost thing.
She is here.
I teleported. She is here. Who is here? Who is where? I guess I was the only one who thought to check in the attic. When I got up there, it was freezing cold. I found Amy standing in the back looking straight at me like when I first met her downstairs. Everything will be alright because she is here. She. We spoke briefly, although it was frustrating to talk to her or it. I experienced a bit of deception from the demon. During our conversation, she uttered my mother's first name and in other instances spoke perfect Latin. I called for help from the others, but nobody came, so I raised my crucifix and began the rite again. Alrighty. Let's begin the rite. Raise our crucifix and begin the rite. We've got the right stuff. Bob must be stationed somewhere in the Middle East because he sent over this weird-looking doll for Amy's birthday. I'll ask Amish about it next time we have book club. She looks like she could be from over there. Amy didn't seem excited to see the doll. I think she would rather have had a phone instead. Or maybe seeing a baby doll makes her feel self-conscious about working at the clinic. Could be. It's always weird to me how our guy kind of like bobs his head back and forth as he moves. He looks a little bit like he's gonna fall over. Ah! Get out of here. Ah, sheesh! Apparently I don't know what I'm doing there yet. I'd imagine I'm supposed to like turn and try my cross against all of the different ghosts, and maybe one of them is the right one to hit. Luckily, we did get a checkpoint. I did it! Yeah, that's what I came here to this house to do. Die. Heckin' perish. I did it if it is getting bodied by this ghost. Thanks for coming to the stream, everybody. No, we're gonna keep going. I ain't afraid of no ghost. I ain't afraid of no bed. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. Got it. Thanks for streaming. Short one, but a good one. Yep. Alright, so we managed to exercise her. I guess we can leave now. Let's go back to the car. We've pretty much accomplished our mission. Pretty sure that's what we came here to do. Lots of toys scattered around here. Would you pick the small purple figure that's waving jovially, or would you pick the imposing, very tall red figure? Let's see. What's in this next year? We've got, I guess this is an exercise bike. My mom used to have one of those. I never saw her use it much though. It's one of those things that everybody just figures they will make use of because it's like, why not? But then once you have it in practice, it never really seems to go anywhere. But, oh well. I hit that ghost before they even knew what was coming. See, we've got a toilet here. We should probably exercise the toilet. I've been walking around holding my cross up to all the scenery, but if I'm being honest, it doesn't seem likely that we're gonna be able to exercise anything that isn't like colored differently from the rest of the environment. So I'm probably wasting my time. I've been wondering if this ghost was going to attack me in every single room, but I guess not every room. Just most rooms. You look at me, huh? Alright. Yeah, I seem to remember in the demo you did not get a checkpoint, and it was somewhat frustrating for my brother because it took a little bit to figure out what this ghost was doing. Let's see. Although it's not a very lengthy game regardless.
I heard a door open upstairs.
Well, let's check it out. Or do we actually want to check it out? Maybe we can just leave. Let's simply leave. No, I'm just kidding. We won't leave. But you know, I never did really finish checking out the basement. I think I am going to go check that out before I continue. I wonder if that ghost will continue to attack me in the basement. Didn't the creator add a bunch of quality of life changes with the third game being released? You know, the demo of the third game is out, but it's not actually fully released yet, from what I see. It's actually finishing releasing this month. And I'm hoping I'll get to play it. But yeah, I think they have added some quality of life features because I don't remember such a frequent autosave happening when my brother played it. Okay, so there's nothing extra in the basement. It's pretty much what we saw earlier. That's okay. I didn't really need to find more ghosts anyways. I've already got plenty on my plate. You know what they say, exercise one thing before you move on to the next. Speaking of exercise, our guy's getting some good exercise, isn't he? He's getting his steps in, isn't he? Excuse me. Exercise, caution, wise advice, my friend. Wise advice. Let's see, what opened upstairs? I heard a door opened upstairs, but I don't really even know where to find a door up here. Oh wait, it's probably in that room over to my right, isn't it? I think there was a door in that room. Or actually, there's a whole upstairs area I haven't really looked in yet. Jeez Louise. Karen, the church might contact you in a few days to tell you their version of what happened to me. I want you to hear it from me first. A year ago, I was involved in the exorcism of Amy Martin. What they said in the papers about what happened isn't true. She, my superior, father with... When I confronted her, she managed to cut the power to the house, and her own parents with their own... I have to go back to that house. The nightmares I'm having are real. She's still there, waiting for me. I can still help her. If I don't come back, know that I love you, and I'm sorry. John. You know, it's just one of those things where you find a paper written by yourself in a hallway full of blood. Just one of those types of things. I don't like the fact that this one mannequin has, like, red eyes. Ugh. I don't like that either. What's in this next room? Isn't there anything to like in this darn house? You hate it when that happens? Yeah. They're right in spins.
My God, what happened to you? Do you think my face is pretty? I have to finish what I started. She's my priest.
Not liking this, but let's get at it. Exercise, exercise. We have a little wiggly guy here, who I think, if I remember correctly, we just need to stay away from as best we can. Get away from me. Not a fan of that. Ah, there. I forgot what happened there.
Mortis.
Shoot. Okay. That's our second, if you're counting the mortises so far, that's our second of the stream. Luckily, we get a little checkpoint, it seems. That's it. I should be using a mortis emote instead of a rip emote at present. Let's get her. Get her. The power of Christ compels. Ah. I feel like I'm worse at dodging it if it comes from the horizontal way. My keyboard slipped out from under my fingers. We're up to 3 now. It's okay. I'm not sweaty, you're sweaty. Get crossed on. Speaking of cross-ups, I know the Street Fighter 6 beta got into play. I was really hoping that I would get a code for that, but I did not. I've been excited to get into. I've always been a Street Fighter fan, although I'm not great at the games. I didn't play Street Fighter 5 much. It didn't really appeal to me that much. So I'm kind of excited to get back into it with Street Fighter 6. Sheesh, this thing has a lot more health than I was figuring. Alright. Here we go. Get crossed on. I almost stepped back into its path. That would have been unfortunate. Nice. Yeah. Ah. Damn it.
More this.
Okay, let's try that again. Alright, let's try not to get hit by that attack. I don't quite know what's gonna happen here. I don't know how to, like, actually attack this thing. Let's see. We'll figure it out. We'll learn on the fly. Okay, we have to get just close enough and then start using the cross. But we have to not get too close or we'll get hit by the spirally pattern. There we go. The spirally pattern seems to be growing a bit as this continues. Ah! They moved 4 times instead of just 3. She called her boy on me. This feels like it could take a while. But alright. Let's get out of the splash zone. Not quite close enough that time. Alright. Sorry if I'm not reading your messages right now. I'm focusing on the exorcism, but I will get to them as soon as we get through this. Ah, damn it! Sheesh. Didn't appeal to me much. From what I hear, no one liked that game and just begrudgingly played it for Evo. Yeah, I don't think it was the most popular Street Fighter iteration. I do hear a lot of people say that it really improved like later in its life, but I did go back and try it, but I feel like even after the improvements, it didn't really catch me. Ah, damn it. The circle has quite a varying range. Sometimes it doesn't go out as far as you expect, and sometimes it comes out really far. I like the whooshy noise she makes when she moves around. Whoosh, whoosh. Whoosh. I keep getting worried about the mix-up where she can send out that gray guy instead of... It's kind of hard to line up the cross. I wish that she was near the cross, near the cross. Alright, so I guess if she does it 5 times, she's going to use the gray guy. Maybe. Perhaps that's the distinguishment here. Luckily, after she uses that gray guy, she ends up stuck for quite some time. There we go. Nice. Pretty fun boss fight, if I'm being honest. Alright, are you done? Got him. Out the window. Mission accomplished. But why do I feel like it's not over yet? All the things that we used to know have gone out the window. Kill her. I've watched enough Stephen King, and read enough Stephen King, to know backwards blood writing when I see it.
A gun with one bullet.
Here's a gun with one bullet. So when I first watched my brother play this, I got treated to this sight of him immediately firing the gun as soon as he picked it up. And he spent a long time like wondering how he was going to progress without that one bullet. But it turns out that if you do that, and if you fire the bullet and don't get an ending, the gun I think just reappears. It's kind of interesting. That clearly says relic. I see. Relic. Relic! There must be a hidden relic somewhere inside here that we need to find. Let's see. So, if you've never played Faith before, one thing that's interesting about it is that there are quite a number of endings. I don't know how that continues with Chapter 2, but I know Chapter 1 has, like, a good handful of them. And there's some tricky ways that you have to get them, if you're so interested. I might try to get a couple of them since otherwise it'll be a pretty short stream, unless I go straight into like 2 or something. You know, it's kind of weird. You can go like this close, but if you keep walking just a little bit further, you can see the entirety of the creature there. Let's see. It said kill her, but where is she even? Oh yeah, she flew out behind the house, didn't she? There's a slightly different variation of the music this time around. I feel like a sneeze is going on. That's one thing I don't need to do right now. No, we can't actually exit through that door. I don't know if that muted, and if it did not, I'm sorry. I tried. I tried to mute my sneeze. But I don't know if it worked. Alright. Let's see. We are going to check outside the house and figure out where she landed. And then we'll give her the best exorcism that money can buy through this high-powered rifle. It did mute, but you're going to make it weird anyways. I see. Thank you. That's what I rely on you for. Alright, let's see. We've got some creepy headstones. I wonder if there's more stuff you can exercise if you're not holding the gun. I hadn't thought about that. Let's continue walking this path. It seems almost like the trees are arranged in a way to guide me somewhere. Here we go. Okay. Alright, say your prayers to Santa Muerte. Gotta. Now I'm going to cross-bag them a little bit. That's what official priests do too. First try. Exactly. We don't know the meaning of the word mortis. Alright. Here we go. funny. I'm pretty sure the forest wasn't laid out this way when I went into the mansion. Alright, let's go back. Now we can simply go back to our car and drive off happily. We did what we came here to do. Why does it feel like it wants me to go to the right here? What is to the right here? Let's see. It feels like the forest is laid out in so much more of a logical manner this time. Strange. This is just the shack from earlier. Was the forest always kind of laid out like a path and I just chose to ignore it? I wonder. But right now it's very, very navigable. That's a word that is a real word, but it always sounds weird to say. Navigable. When you get to the gobble part, it sounds like you're just babbling. Let's see. Over here we have Chaos Reigns rocks, but without the chaos raining this time. What else do we have? We have a deer here. Off you go. Chaos Reigns. Love that Mad World sequel. I really enjoyed Anarchy Reigns as well, to be honest. It's got. I actually still listen to the soundtrack of that game constantly. It's got one of the top soundtracks ever made. I don't know why they don't do more hip hop soundtracks. Let's see. Here's our car. Let's get on it. The police, they must have found out I was doing something unapproved by the Vatican. Game over. Ending 1 of 5. Murderer. Hey, it doesn't count if I murder a ghost, does it? Police arrest man accused of murdering missing girl. A New York man is in custody after he confessed to the murder of a Sterling girl who had been missing. Let's see, such a neat bunch of title, but the actor for Max was way too good at his deliveries. True. There was quite a cast of characters in there. It also had a great, opening video and stuff. I guess they say that a fighting game lives and dies on its character roster. And they had a lot of very, very interesting ones in that lineup. They even had Bayonetta. John Ward of Palmyra was pulled over on Snake Meadow Hill Road last night after a state trooper reported hearing a gunshot. The officer thought it might be poachers. The officer said Ward was acting nervous and suspicious after being pulled over. When questioned, Ward reportedly said, "I've killed her." According to the police report, the officer called for backup after Ward became increasingly upset, saying repeatedly there was a demon inside her. Ward was taken to Sterling Police Headquarters for further questioning. Ward then confessed to authorities that he shot and killed Amy Martin, a 17-year-old girl who had been missing for 9 days after escaping from a mental institution. After a brief search, police located Amy's body in the woods near the now abandoned Martin home. In addition to receiving a gunshot wound to the stomach, Amy showed injuries suggesting that she had been thrown out of the second-story window of the house. An officer who helped recover the body told reporters that Amy's face had been mutilated in a very brutal manner. Ward was found dressed as a priest when he was pulled over. It is suspected that he impersonated a priest to gain his victim's trust, after Catholic authorities in Rome confirmed that Ward was not an ordained minister. The rest of the article is missing. I think that the guys in Rome just didn't want to admit to it. They wanted to distance themselves. It's nice that it starts us right back here at the gun, so we can try to get other endings if we want.
A gun with one bullet.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Why don't we shoot this mirror? Did that do anything? Maybe not. Let's grab another gun.
A gun with one bullet.
Alright. Whoops. Let's see. I know where at least one more ending is. I guess I can go ahead and do that. I'll try to get as many endings as I can. Yeah, a little oopsie on that one. I got the sniffles. Sorry about that. Let's go down here. You know, it's funny, if you don't know that this is a gun, and you just see this guy moving like this, it kind of looks like he's, like, singing at a microphone stand. He's doing a little, like, Rickroll type dance while he does. Alright. So first of all, remember, what I'm doing is not approved by the Vatican, and what I'm about to do next isn't approved by the Wildlife Association either. You did say he was vibing. You called it. There's some sort of shadowy figure there. He escaped. With a little laugh at my expense. Get murder. I got cross-bag him a little bit. Alright, now let's go. I'm sure it's okay that we killed this guy we don't even know. It's probably fine. It's all good. Remember, he did a creepy laugh the first time we saw him. Nobody who's good has a laugh that creepy, after all. Alrighty, let's check down here. Let's go to our car. Having murdered the sinister gray suspect. I don't think cross-bagging is approved by the Vatican or the National Wildlife Association. No, cross-bagging is very much a part of the regular priest toolkit.
I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust. I shall not be afraid.
Ah! Inning 2 of 5. Father and son. I see. It does just happen that way sometimes, doesn't it? I think our guy mostly messed up when he decided to try to carry out Christ's will with a rifle instead of a cross. Esteemed Cardinal Gifford, with all due respect, you cannot grasp the importance of the work I am doing for young Michael without being here. Michael needs my help now more than ever. In the past few weeks, I have made great progress with Michael's affliction. Nevertheless, whatever darkness is inside of him fights back with increasing ferocity. We must not let up the fight against the enemy at such a critical time. This is the Wildlife Association sending a message, correct? We were attacked by one of their assassins. There is another reason why I dare not return Michael to his family, nor let them see him. The darkness inside him afflicts his soul, but it also causes a terrible strain on his body. so that there may be no mistaking what I mean. I have enclosed a photograph of young Michael during one of our sessions. The photograph is missing. Alright.
A gun with one bullet.
I still know where to find at least one more ending, so we'll go down there first. Here we go. Yeah, apparently there's 5 endings total, but I think there may be like a thing or two you can do that's funny besides that. Our guy's doing his little dance in the mic stand. Nice and jazzy. Actually, I wonder what's over to the left here. There was like a bunch of, sort of a rock formation earlier. I don't know if anything's actually over there. There's old chaos rains. Huh. Yeah, it's interesting that whatever that was, this thing that disappeared earlier, when I did one of the other routes. Strange. I'll check it out again in a moment. For now, let's check over here. There was something I wanted to show you that, like I said, is not approved by the Wildlife Association. Well, we did it. Let's cross-bag this deer. Okay. Now, let's go back to our car. I'm pretty sure we've accomplished what we needed to here in the woods. We drove out here, we fought a ghost, and then we shot a deer. Our guy always makes time for a little bit of hunting and recreation.
I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust. I shall not be afraid of the terror.
Sheesh. Ending 4 or 5, The Haunted. I think we skipped over 3 there. We'll have to look for that one. Unidentified body discovered near wrecked car. The site of a deadly car accident was discovered alongside a road near Sterling this morning, along with the body of a person who has not yet been identified. At 6 a.m. this morning, a resident called to report an accident along Snake Meadow Hill Road. The driver of a silver sedan had swerved off the road and struck a tree. Oh dear indeed. If you didn't say it, I was going to. A spokesman for the police commented that the body appeared to have been dragged several yards away from the car deeper into the woods, after having been ejected from the front windshield. It was noted that the body had been mangled beyond recognition. Investigators suspect this was probably the work of coyotes. Police also noted that parts of a cleaned white-tailed deer were found in the trunk of the car. From a white-tailed deer, a hunter typically gets 75 pounds of meat. However, it appears the victim of the accident was only able to carry 25 pounds back to the car. Interesting observation. Alright, let's see.
With one bullet.
Now, for the next ones, I'm going to have to do a little bit of guesswork. I think I might remember a thing or two, but we'll just try some stuff. Hey, police, this was clearly a deer mangling. Know your forensics. Right. Don't pin it on the coyotes just because it's convenient. Do. Alright, let's go back down and grab our gun with one bullet.
A gun with one bullet.
When will deer finally be called for their heinous crimes of first-degree manslaughter? I don't know, but it can't come soon enough. You thought that this game was about the exorcisms and all that, but what we were really up against was deer all along. Anyways, for a while, you guys will be subjected to me wandering around and aimlessly firing bullets at things. But you know, the deer were the real problem, not priests who wander into people's houses, pick up rifles, and start shooting everything. That's just normal. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I think that, maybe I'm supposed to shoot this thing several times, if I remember correctly.
A gun with one bullet.
Not approved by Levin, isn't exactly. Atari voice. Anyway, so I started blasting. Alright, I need one more bullet here. It may be one bullet, but it's three guns.
With one bullet.
3 guns with 1 bullet each. Let's see. Whoopsie doodle. Ah! I forgot that there's an actual boss fight here. Let's get some distance from this guy. Here we go. Yeah, I'd actually forgotten about this part. From whence? I wonder if he has any special tricks up his sleeve besides this one. Okay, that was simple enough. We got it. Just a creepy guy. December 30th, 1986. Dear Dr. McGlashan, it has been 30 days since the beginning of my treatment here at Yale Psychiatric Institute. Dr. Spinal, who has been so patient with me, has helped me understand my afflictions and has helped me find a way to move forward and accept the truth. With Dr. Spinal's help, I have come to accept what really happened in September at the Martin family residence. I accept that what happened was not the result of any supernatural phenomenon, but rather the desperate actions of a young girl driven to violence by her dogmatic parents and old church rituals that are thought to drive out evil. No tricks here, just a silly, spooky boy. That's true. I am happy to report that, since accepting the truth, my nightmares have ceased, and I now enjoy peace of mind that I have not felt since the incident. Given my progress since first coming here, I respectfully request my release from Yale Psychiatric Institute, contingent upon follow-up appointments with Dr. Spinal in the future. Sincerely, John Ward. It looks like John decided that, you know, everything was actually not really supernatural here. It's perfectly explainable through science and psychiatry. Don't you know? Alright, let's go grab that gun again. I can't remember if there was anything else upstairs I needed to shoot with my gun, so I'll go take a look. Let's see. What else might there be? I should probably shoot the exercise bike and exercise it. Witches aren't real. You know. Let's see. There's that doll up there. Do I want to shoot that? That would be weird. Can't really find anything else to shoot around here. Nope. Nothing. That's okay. I wasn't expecting too much. Let's see. It's weird that all the plants in this environment are colored like that. I guess there's no purpose behind it because shooting them doesn't seem to do anything. But just thought I'd remember.
With one bullet.
Do. Let's shoot the dog. Nothing. Let's grab the gun again.
A gun with one bullet.
And let's check out the basement. I remember there were all those white sheets over to the left here. But I can't remember if there was anything to shoot. Nope. Can't shoot a ghost, I suppose. Seems that way. Alrighty. Just a perfectly ordinary basement, huh? I see, I see. Alright. Let's go grab the gun again. I remember one other thing we might try. Give me one second.
A gun with one bullet.
Let's go down the garden path. I wonder who we were actually shooting during that path where we shot that shadowy gray figure. Makes you wonder. Let's keep on going through here. There is that Chaos Reigns thing over here. I don't know how we can actually shoot it, but we can try at least. If you fire the bullet here, it doesn't seem like anything really happens. Fair. What if we simply leave? Let's just leave without shooting anything. Why not? Ugh. I guess not. Huh. Alright, maybe we should try that again, but this time let's carry a gun with us.
A gun with one bullet.
It seems like the cross has sort of lost a little bit of its effectiveness. Maybe he built up a tolerance, like a virus when you, or like a person builds up tolerance to a virus after a while. Who knows? Who knows? Alright. Down we go. We gotta go pretty far to get to the car. We've got a nice spooky musical accompaniment. I wonder why that Chaos Reigns thing disappears when you exercise the, or when you shoot that lady.
Worship me, I know unwillingly.
Yeah, I got him.
I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. I shall not be afraid of the terror in the night, nor the evil that walketh in darkness. Because I have made the Lord my refuge. Because because I have set my love upon him. Therefore will he deliver me. I shall call upon him and he will answer me. He will be with me in trouble. He will deliver me and honor me. I can't explain what happened at that house. I can only have faith that I did the right thing.
Ending 5 of 5, when faith endures. I got to say the whole verse, exactly. You know what the difference in this particular ending is that I didn't stop and cross-bag the guy after I killed him. Obviously, cross-bagging is what was leading to my terrible death all those other times. Yeah, first try. So, real quick, before I continue, I would like to point out the weirdness that Faith is categorized as a driving/racing game. I guess technically you're driving a little bit. The Vatican did not approve of cross-bagging. I'll have to remember that in the future. They must have reasons for that. Police. Animal experts investigating chupacabra remains found near Sterling. Sterling PD is enlisting the help of local animal experts from the University of Connecticut after the remains of an unidentified animal were found near Sterling. The remains of an animal, which some residents are calling a chupacabra, were discovered on Snake Meadow Hill Road by a motorist yesterday. The animal had apparently been struck by a vehicle and parts of its carcass were scattered across the road. Police say they initially investigated the gruesome scene because the motorist who discovered the remains had told them they appeared to be of a person. After arriving at the scene, police concluded that the remains were of some kind of animal. As a matter of public safety, we want to be sure about what exactly we're dealing with here, said a Sterling police spokesman. This is clearly not a deer or a coyote. If it's a mountain lion or exotic pet that escaped from its owners, or an animal with rabies, we need to know about it. Animal experts attached to the investigation would not speculate about what kind of animal had been found, although they commented that the animal was hairless, anemic, and apparently suffered from the rickets, a vitamin D deficiency that appears in animals and children who have not received enough sunlight. Anyways, it's dead now. Alright, so there should be one more ending. I'm having a hard time remembering how you get this one, but let's look around and see if anything comes to us. Let me think.
A gun with one bullet.
What else might we try shooting? You know, I feel like there was a scarecrow somewhere in this story that I have not encountered anywhere. I wonder what if I'm just looking in the wrong place or what exactly. Let's try wandering around randomly and seeing if we find anything extra. Welcome back to the AIM wanders around randomly portion of our stream. Looks like it actually looped up to the deer brain. Strange. There's the puddle from earlier. Man, sometimes it just feels like random, like what stuff pops up in each place. Huh. This doesn't look familiar. But I don't know what this is. Strange. I wonder if we need to go get our gun back. Alright. Well, there's what's-her-face. She's just hanging around. Amy, I think her name was. Let's go grab the gun again. There should be an ending 3 somewhere to collect. Alright, so let's grab our gun.
A gun with 1 bullet.
And take a look elsewhere. Here's that dead tree again. I feel like I should be able to use some of this stuff for landmarks, but I always fail to do so. There's got to be something you can do here at this Chaos Reigns place, but I can't think of what it is. Let's see. Is there anything else to look at? I feel like the layout of the forest, there's no way it can be consistent. It's got to keep changing in some fashion. Because I keep ending up in places that don't make any sense. Let's see, let's see. What else can I do with my gun? There should be something else in the environment somewhere that can be shot. But where? Gotta think of it. What is this thing over here? I never really did manage to figure that out. I was thinking it might be like a key to something. Let's think. What else might it make sense to shoot?
A gun with 1 bullet.
Is there anything inside the house I may have missed? Let me think, let me think. I know, I can get on this bike and leave. Brilliant. Let's see. I know, I'll shoot this duh. Never mind. Let's see, let's see. What might I have missed? What could make sense to shoot? If anyone's played the game and would like to gently backseat me, feel free to.
A gun with 1 bullet.
Let me see. What else have I not shot yet? I do get the vague feeling that there may have been some sort of ending related to like suicide, but I don't remember how to accomplish any such thing. If I may, there's probably something else in the forest to shoot. Never played it, only know a lot about it. I see, I see. Okay, so there's something else in the forest that I need to shoot. Understood. We will see what we can find. What else makes sense to shoot in the forest? I've got to find something like a distinguishable landmark that I have not shot yet. Let's see, where can I find such a thing? I wonder if my throat's still a little raspy from the House and Fata Morgana reading earlier this week. The VN streams do tend to use a little bit more of my stamina than most. Let's see, where is something else to shoot? If I wanted to shoot something else, what would it be? I know, I'll shoot my own car. No, that's a little silly. That's probably not it. What else could there be to shoot? I think we already tried moving all the left and rights through here. Let's go back up here, maybe. There's this whole Chaos Rainsy thing here. You would really think that there would be something to shoot here. But I can't seem to find anything. I've got it. I'll shoot Emilio. He was here this whole time. He was the real enemy from the very beginning. Let's chase the deer out of here. I wonder if that deer comes back or not. Yeah, it does. Let's see. What do we want to shoot? There is the well here, but I don't know what... I don't think shooting that would accomplish anything. It did not. If you want a stronger nudge. Okay, well, I will ask you one question then. Do I need to shoot something at that Chaos Reigns, like, circle of rocks? Because I feel like they've set it up very deliberately there and guided you towards it, but I can't figure out what to do there.
A gun with one bullet.
Let's see. You do need to shoot it at the circle of rocks. Huh, okay. Well, let me re-get my gun. Then try to figure this out.
A gun with one bullet.
The thing in the middle. I thought I already tried shooting that, but I'll try it again. Maybe I have to stand on the outside looking to the left and shoot it from that direction. Okay. Let's go back down. Alright, to the left here. Alright, so maybe if I shoot it from here. There we go. Now it's even deader. Okay. Oh yeah, we got a crossbag for luck. Wait a minute, doesn't that do the opposite of luck? Am I going to die now? Will I simply perish? Or will I manage to drive away, free as a bird? There we go, everything looks fine. Ugh. Sheesh. Gotta keep driving. Ending 305, the offer. Whoopsie doodle. Hello, Amy. I'm sorry to hear about your parents' decision. It is hard for people to trust what they do not understand. I know you are only 17, but you are clearly an adult, and you are able to handle your own life. Do not let your mom and dad stop you from following your dreams. If there's anything I can do to help you, just let me know. We are having a get-together at the clinic Saturday night, and I would love for you to stop by. We still consider you a part of the team, even if your mom and dad do not. We hope to see you there, Gary. Is that related to that whole Gary loves you thing you hear all the time? I wonder. Alright, so I guess we've gotten all the endings now. What I'm going to do is... Funnily, this is the one ending you missed, and it made a big fat lore hole. I see. Alright, so we're going to quit back to the beginning, and I have one more thing I want to try doing before we stop. Besides, there's also some extras we can look at. Alright, so we're going to hit new game. I have one more thing I want to try real quick. Let's go over here. Stand in the road like an idiot. I feel like I'm having a hard time making it happen this time. Oh hey, there's a little like... That's interesting. What's that? Oh well, sheesh, now maybe I have to actually play through again. I got some sort of item, I don't know what it is. Nessus. It's like a little red ball. Strange. What do I do with that? You honestly have no idea. I see. Well, let's see if we can find something to do with it. It's weird because I kept walking through that like repetitive area over and over again until eventually it became a new area. I was actually just going to try to get hit by the truck because I thought it would be funny, but then I noticed at the last second that there was a guy standing behind the tree. A suspicious guy. Okay, well we're back at the car now. I guess let's continue for a little bit and see if anything's different. I wonder if that gray guy we saw was surely the same one that laughs and gets shot at the end of that one ending. Get out of here. I guess I need to re-exercise everything too. Alright. He said, I go unwillingly. We can just exercise this strange spidery creature over and over again. Remember, the deer are not our friend. Although I guess I shot first. I can't really blame the deer for that. You heard, I follow willingly. I see. Looks like chaos still reigns. I wonder what I do with this weird orb I found. Furthermore, I wonder what even is it. He said, you know nothing. Well, he's right about that. It's not the first time I've been so accused. It probably won't be the last. There's a lot of really cool stuff in Chapter 2. I didn't like fully watch that playthrough, but it's enough to have me very excited for the next chapter as well. All kinds of neat stuff happens. Right now we're just kind of exploring everything. I don't know what is different after picking up that strange red ball. I wonder... I didn't get this originally. Public Lecture by Carl James Osborne. Connecticut's historical connections to witchcraft, Satanism, and the beast system. Wednesday at 8 p.m. You know, I think I might know what that Nasus is. I think it might be a nose. I think it might be a clown's nose. But that's just a guess on my part. I wonder if that means that that gray, shadowy figure is stalking around has been a clown this whole time. Okay, we already read this, so I won't read it again. Any of the people you've met could be a clown. Without the nose, you'd never know. Oh, gee. Terrifying stuff. It's so weird. I was 100% certain I remember there being a scarecrow somewhere in this game. And I have not seen one. Very strange. Here's the key. Get out of here. But that one was close. I was almost a little slow on the uptake there. Alright. I think we're almost done recollecting all of the little lore bits. You know, Steam Next Fest is going on right now, and I meant to talk about this. I've actually downloaded quite a number of demos. Oh wait, you dropped it. Father Garcia, you are hereby instructed to release Michael Davies from your care. Okay, yeah, this is all stuff we saw originally. I thought that this was actually something that was left behind when he kills a deer, but I think it's just left behind if you exercise him enough times. But yeah, Steam Next Fest is going on, and if you're interested, definitely check that out. There's all kinds of demos out when they do that. Especially if you like boomer shooters, it can be a pretty good place to kind of put your ear to the ground and find out about new ones that are coming up. Speaking of boomer shooters, for my Halloween theme, I am actually going to play Cultic later this month when it finishes releasing its Chapter 1. If you missed it, I did play the Cultic demo before. It was quite good, especially if you're a fan of Blood. I think it's the one that kind of uses and builds on that experience best that I've tried in recent history. Alrighty. Now we just need to find the mansion, and sometimes that's more easily said than done. I'm weirdly bad at finding the mansion. I say we just need to find the mansion, but I'm not discounting the possibility that there is a scarecrow somewhere that I've been looking for and have just not found. It is funny that I completed this game 5 times and I still don't really know the way to the mansion. I just get so dang lost. Okay, here's the mansion. We found it. At long last. We will see if this nose we picked up does anything. First we'll run around and exercise things again. Most of this stuff will be familiar to you. It's stuff I already did in my first run through. We're going to exhaust this one pretty thoroughly because next time, next week, we'll get into Chapter 2. When we do that, we are going to find that it's a somewhat longer game. I don't think I'll be going through it quite as exhaustively as I am this first one. Just because it will probably fill up my stream time pretty well without stretching it quite so much. I feel like I'm certain there was something with these white, sheets earlier in the demo too, and I don't really know how to replicate it. Oh, I can actually run away from this thing. Let's run. If it sucks, hit the brick. I will simply leave. It's a little strange, so what happens now? You know, it strikes me that nothing fancy ever really happened in this room. A little peculiar. Most of the rooms have some defining feature about them, but that one's been rather uneventful. Yeah, if you go up here before that ghost grabs you, the door is still closed to the very most upstairs part. think that I may be interested in trying to flash my cross at a few things in this upstairs portion, because I think that after you trigger that one part, stuff may stop reacting. Let's see. But so far, most of this stuff's familiar. Aha, I didn't get that rubber ducky earlier. This is clearly the distinct lore that I've been missing. I don't feel safe in my own home anymore. I hear voices outside around the house at night. I don't let the twins go out in the woods to play because I'm afraid of what's out there. The house itself feels stressed, distorted, slanted somehow. It's like I'm walking through a carnival fun house. Amy's condition has only gotten worse. I can't stand to be around her, and I don't know why. She just doesn't seem like herself anymore. I want to take her to the doctor, but I can't leave the boys here. I find that the phone stops working throughout the day, and now I can't seem to find my car keys. Thank God Bob comes home tomorrow. Now we have the additional lore that this house is haunted. You may have missed that key detail in our first playthrough. That the house is just a little bit haunted. Alright, so let's go downstairs. Fine, we'll head to the basement. Yeah, I'm sorry to distress you, Heath. But the house is just a slight bit haunted. Yeah, I know, right? It seems like a perfectly nice place to live, but... surprise, surprise. Anyway, speaking of this house is haunted, let's go downstairs and get grabbed by that thing we didn't get grabbed by earlier. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it's weird because when we were running away, I actually saw the doll here next to the crib. Strange. Now all these ghosts are back in their proper place. And I guess this part, like, re-triggers. Oh, but look, the ghosts actually are not, like, in their weird places again. Strange. It's like, just go do the thing. Just do it already. We can enjoy this creepy F&B.
She is here.
Alrighty. I don't know if having this nose is going to make anything different happen, but I'm interested to see. Probably not. I'd imagine it's like something that you'd have to like really think about how to trigger something with. And it's unlikely that I'll figure out whatever that is. Might as well come out. Right. I think we have to exercise her at least once in each room. I think that's probably what's going on here. Get out of here. Alright. You're not gonna show up in here? Fine.
I can see you.
Okay, maybe rather than like damaging her, we're supposed to go to specific rooms or something.
My eyes. Your VOD.
Oh, that's interesting. If you're actually inside this room when you exercised her that last time, he doesn't say, I heard a door open somewhere. The door just opens. Alright, this is all stuff we read before. Spinny crosses.
My God, what happened to you? Do you think my face is pretty? I have to finish what I started. She's my priest.
The house. It's cross-bagging. Oh no. But the Vatican has specifically forbidden it from doing that. Here's the gray ghost man. Here to just generally be a nuisance. So let's have a little second helping of this boss fight. Hopefully it goes a little bit faster than the first time. But will it? Don't discount my ability to make a mess of things. Oh, my nose keeps itching. Brutal. Let's see. There we go. Get crossed on. Alright. There we go. Yeah, this probably takes a while. Alright. There we go. And there's the big hand. Oh, damn it. Sheesh.
Mortis.
Get Mortis Storm. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, let's wait for it to find a good spot. There we go. Get out of the way. I would have been in trouble if she went straight left that time. Alright. Some good damage on that one. Get out of the way. She's doing the 5 cross up. She will make the gray ghosty. But that part's not too bad. Oh, that's interesting. I thought she was reacting to the cross earlier, but even if you don't hold up the cross, she'll still fly out the window. I see, I see. Alright. What's this? This is the ceremony for the blank. Let no brother or sister utter it. Prepare the blank. Use the right index finger to draw the signs of the blank on the floor. Bring an impure vessel to the signs of the blank. Let a brother or sister drink blank at the sign of the blank. Carve the face of the blank. The blood that fills the opening is the new blank. Let 7 blank be taken from their mothers and lowered into the blank. Upon the offering of the 7th blank, the blank will emerge from the blank. This is the second death. So I'm guessing it's talking about the well when it says lower the 7th offering in there, but there's a lot of other stuff here too. I wonder if it's like steps to follow. Prepare the blank. Use the right index finger to draw the signs of the blank on the floor. Bring an impure vessel to the signs of the... Let a brother or sister drink. At each sign, carve the face. Let's see. Yeah, that's new from last time. Alright, we are going to go back downstairs. We know there's the gun there. But now I want to go check something out. I think the first step of that ritual would have been that whole business with the markings on the ground back here. If that nose is in some way related to this, I couldn't say how. Alright, let's go and I guess we'll need to grab the gun again. I wonder what would happen if we went to go meet that gray figure without the gun. I'm guessing we just wouldn't be able to shoot him. Let's see. Let's go take a quick look over here. Nothing's changed. I wonder if we should redo that part with the mirror. I guess we could. It doesn't take too long.
A gun with one bullet.
It's just a little bit of back and forth as we magically respawn our guns like Reaper from Overwatch. Since Overwatch 2 has been in the news lately, not for very good reasons.
A gun with one bullet.
I will mention my experience with the previous Overwatch was that I got hyped up back when it came out, and then I quickly remembered that I'm not very good at team shooters. So I didn't play that much of it, but admittedly it was pretty fun while I was playing. It's kind of one of those one more game type games where you just kind of end up playing over and over and over. Alright, let's play this one. This strange creature. Let's see. A pretty excellent static for that game until the incidents popped up. See. Yeah, it's nowadays it's not even just the gameplay. There's all kinds of things with Blizzard going on too that are unsavory. Trying to get them back for Gundam, but only I care about Gundam, I guess. I enjoy Gundam, but I'm very bad at Gundam Evolution. That's for sure. Let's see. Okay, I finished everything with killing that guy in the mirror.
A gun with one bullet.
Let's check one more thing before we go back out into the forest. It's funny, if you shoot the gun in there again, it just like goes into the mirror. You don't see it pass through the other side like you normally would.
A gun with one bullet.
Alright. So, we've got a couple of things we can investigate. There is this nose in our inventory, and I wonder where we use it. try going to the cabin with that, where I believe that gray guy was earlier. Over this way. Tell us what your deal is, man. What's your whole thing? I wonder if those are bones all scattered all over the ground there. I was just assuming they were. He's just having a good old time. Just a happy guy. Yeah, if you approach him by the left so that he would run into you, he instead goes to the right. That makes sense. He jukes you. I guess I could just try shooting him again. Alright, he's shot. I wonder if the reason he's laughing like that is related to the fact that we theorize he may be a clown because of the nose we picked. Who knows? Worse, he's a juggler. Oh no. There's a thing I haven't thought about in quite some time. Alright, let's go back to the car. I'd imagine this will just trigger the same ending we saw earlier, but just out of curiosity, let's try it out. If I can't figure it out on stream as to what that thing does, we'll talk about it next time when I stream Chapter 2.
I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust. I shall not be afraid.
Big ouch. Right, we looked at all this stuff earlier. We won't read it again. Alright, so that's one thing. Out of curiosity, I'm going to go check one more thing. This time I'm going to leave the gun and try just going over there on my feet with my cross. Probably won't do anything, but might as well check it out. Nope, he's just running around and giggling as he wants to do. Alright, back to the house we go. I guess we could try getting the so-called good ending again and seeing if anything different happens there.
A gun with one bullet.
Excuse me. Alright. I wonder about that well, but I don't really know any way to trigger anything extra there. Let's see. We'll be at the car soon. That's a-okay. If we try to approach the car, that one guy will pop out and try to attack us. I was wondering if it's possible to get back to the stretch of the road where we saw that shadowy guy in the first place. I don't think so. I think it just re-loops the same area again and again this time. Funnily, if you approach to the left, you don't find that guy either. It's only right when you approach your car that he shows up. Strange. So mostly I think this area just re-loops again. Yeah. Alright, we've looped all the way back to the beginning. We have once again completed our task.
I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. I shall not be afraid of the terror in the night, nor the evil that walketh in darkness. Because I have made the Lord my refuge. Because I have set my love upon Him, therefore will He deliver me. I shall call upon Him and He will answer me. He will be with me in trouble. He will deliver me and honor me. I can't explain what happened at that house. I can only have faith that I did the right thing.
Indeed. So it seems to me like the only thing that picking up that clown nose did ostensibly was it allows us to see that extra paper with the stuff about that ritual. Although it could also be that I've only found that because I picked up enough documents leading up to that point. Hard to say. I think what I'll do is I'll look into it in a walkthrough, and I will tell you folks on the next stream what I found out. But let's go ahead and call that done with Faith Chapter 1 for now. Next week we'll do Faith Chapter 2. I was beginning to mention this, but I may also do a weekend stream as a gorilla where I play through a couple of demos that I downloaded. We haven't done a demo day in a long time. It's usually pretty fun. Sometimes we find some really funny ones in there. So tune in for that if you're interested. If I do it, it's probably going to be on Saturday. Probably around the 2 p.m. Eastern time. But it could be another time as well, because it's a gorilla. That's just the way it is. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Faith was a good time again. We found some things that I'd never seen before. So overall, it was a pretty interesting time. Thanks for being here. Let's find somebody to raid as well. Who are we going to raid? Give me just a moment to see what people have got going. Quite a lot of people streaming right now. But who will we raid into? It would be really nice if I could find someone who is playing something horror-y as well. How about we raid into... Here we go. we will raid into CC. They are currently playing IB, which seems like a pretty good branch off from Faith. Kind of a similar style of game. Also, hey, top tier mage. Good to see you. Yeah, I mortised, I think, I wasn't counting, but probably about 7 times. There was plenty of mortis to go around. There probably would have been more, but this wasn't quite a blind playthrough. But hey, Chapter 2 will be a pretty blind playthrough, so if you want to see some mortis, tune in next week. Alright, let's raid CC Hime. Say hello. And thanks again for being here. I will be back maybe Saturday for a Gorilla stream. If not, then you'll see me again probably Tuesday for a House in Fata Morgana. Take care, everybody, and sleep well.